What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we get started today, I gotta say thank God for another day and another opportunity. Now, as y'all can see from the looks of the title on the screen, today I put together another special build for y'all. Now, I'm gonna be naming it the two-way skilled interior specialist, and this build is going to be able to do everything from finish on the inside and definitely be one of the most elite defenders. Now look, this is going to be a point guard build, and we're going to be able to get anywhere from 71 to 78 badges off rip. Now when it comes down to these animations, we're going to be able to unlock elite contact dunks, which makes the biggest difference. And then when it comes down to the attributes, the ones that we can definitely reach a 100 plus for is going to be the driving dunk, 3-point shot, interior defense, steal, block, defensive rebound, and nearly our stamina. Now this is going to be a bully build, really a ball hog, but when it comes down to this build all around, I'm telling y'all, gonna be one of my favorite slashers to make on next gen. So look, before we get any further into this video, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with the response. Now let's go ahead and get started by putting this build under the power forward position. And then when it comes down to the actual body settings, I'm going to go ahead and put the height up to 6'9". Moving on to the weight, go at 265. And then as for the wingspan, I'm going to put this to 7'7". Now it all comes down to how you want to go about this. But as for the body shape, I'm going to go ahead and pick burly. Now as for when it comes down to the rest of this build, be sure to follow along. And the first category that I'm starting with will be the driving dunk. Max this all the way out to a 99, go with an 80 when it comes down to the layup, and then as for the close shot, I'm going to go with the 76, and then moving on to the standing dunk, I'm going to go with the 75. Now right there, we get a total of 20 badges. I like Hall of Fame Giant Slayer, Pro Touch and Slithery, Limitless Takeoff with Aerial Wizard, then we get Fearless Finisher, Posterizer, Rise Up, and Fast Twitch. Now when it comes down to the shooting end, I'm going to go ahead and put the mid-range shot up to a 69. As for the three-pointer, go with an 82. And if you want to, these numbers are all adjustable to your own liking. And then as for when it comes down to the free throw, I'm going to go with the minimum of a 63. And with these 16 badges, I like Amp, Midi Magician, Space Creator with Volume Shooter. Then we get Green Machine, Agent 3. Limitless range, and the takeovers are going to play a huge factor with this build as well. Now for the playmaking, we're going to skip over this area, but as for the defensive end, go with an 84 when it comes down to the interior. As for the perimeter, I'm going to go with the perfect 70, and then as for the steal, put this all the way up to an 85. Now with that block, I'm going to go all the way up to a 99. Same thing for the defensive rebound, and then for the offensive, go with an 84 for a total of 31 defensive badges. So look, we get Box Out Beast on Hall of Fame, Silver Glove, Menace, and Post Lockdown, Workhorse, Challenger with Interceptor and Hall of Fame Chase Down Artist, and then I really like Anchor with Pogo Stick and Rebound Chaser. Now looking at this build from a glance, I'm telling y'all, really special on the inside, but even more so when it comes down to the defense. Now we are still going to be able to be a threat on the out when it comes down to shooting. As for the physicals, go ahead and put the speed up to a 77. As for the acceleration, I'm going to go with the 69. Moving on to the strength, go with the 70. To unlock every single elite dunk package, go with an 82 for the vertical. And then as for the stamina, put this all the way up to a 95, and right there, we're going to be able to reach a perfect 99 overall. Now take into consideration the +4 that you get from buying your own boost, the additional boost from our 2 separate takeovers, and then if you do decide to run with a teammate that has on Hall of Fame floor general, that's another +4. And then on top of that, The better we play throughout a game, our stats also gradually will raise. So as you can see, we get the sharpshooting, rim protecting, and the glass cleaning takeover. Now to get the most out of this build, the first one that I'm going to go with is definitely going to be the limitless range sharpshooting takeover. Now the second one, it's going to be between paint intimidation and see the future. Just for attribute purposes, I'm going to go with see the future. Now let's go ahead and move on to find out what this build comes out to be. Now if you followed along with every single step, we should be getting these 3 comparisons. And as y'all can see together, we have created the 2-way skilled interior specialist, which comes out to a 2-way inside out score. Now look, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Did you create this build exactly how I brought it to y'all? Or did you remake your own version? Now look, from here, we're going to go ahead and check out everything when it comes down to the full potential of this build. Add everything up when it comes down to the boost that I previously mentioned. And we're going to find out what today's build is actually able to do on all 4 levels. Now from here, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the badge layout. Now when it comes down to this build for the finishing, I'm going to go with Silver Acrobat, Fearless Finisher, Core, Hall of Fame Posterizer, Limitless Takeoff, Pro Touch, and Slithery. Now if you want to, you can go with other badges, but I'm telling y'all, nothing is going to compare to this layout when it comes down to the finishing. Now for the shooting, I'm going to go with Bronze, Green Machine, Agent 3, Core Limitless Range with Gold Space Crater, Amped, and then Hall of Fame Volume Shooter. Now these are going to be the jump shots that we can pick and recreate from. Honestly, I think it gives us a good selection to customize from as well. Now when it comes down to the playmaking, the only one that I'm going to go with is going to be Core Ankle Breaker. For the defensive end, go with the Bronze Clamps, Silver Interceptor, Post Lockdown, Glove, and Ankle Braces with Hall of Fame Box Out Bees, Chase Down Artist, Rebound Chaser, and Core Anchor. Now this is what the badges is going to be looking like when it comes down to this build. Let me know down below, how did you go about this area yourself? And let me know also, what did you think about today's creation? Now again, thank y'all for the support. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.